To France now, where refugees at the Calais migrant camp known as the Jungle are being registered for relocation amid a 3-day demolition process. Buses carrying scores of migrants have begun leaving the camp. The first carried 50 Sudanese nationals. They're heading to various shelters across France, and thousands of refugees had been housed temporarily at the camp in Calais. Around 1,200 police and security officials have been mobilized to ensure a smooth rollout of the operation. However, sporadic clashes with police have been reported. Let's get you more now on that story. And CCTV's Dan Whitehead is joining us live from Calais. Dan, can you talk us through the relocation of today? What's the mood like there in Calais?
Well, it's relatively calm tonight here in Calais, and the process has been quite smooth throughout the day. As of 3 hours ago, just over 1,600 migrants have departed the jungle camp here on 39 buses. They are being sent to new asylum processing centres right across France. Just to give you a picture of whereabouts we are, just around 500 metres down behind me here is the hangar where migrants have been told to come and queue to begin that processing function, and the actual jungle camp is around a kilometre just in front of me here. As I say, just over 1,600 have so far been processed. There are, of course, over 7,000 migrants still in the jungle camp. They are laying on around 40 more coaches on Tuesday, a similar number on Wednesday, to try and clear that camp throughout the next couple of days. But on Tuesday, tomorrow, the demolition work will begin.
Well, Dan, many of the migrants say they would want to move due to the squalid conditions of the camp. But what about those who do not want to move as yet?
Well, we have met some of those migrants today who say that they simply will not be moving. Overall, inside the jungle camp, there is a feeling of resignation that this camp is going to close. Many people coming with their luggage, trailing cases along this road. But of the ones we've spoken to who say they are simply not going to leave no matter what. In fact, one migrant from Eritrea said that he would fight to keep his place in the camp, and if they forced him out, he'd simply return and set up a new camp somewhere else. There, of course, will be that hardcore group of people who still believe that they can illegally make their way to the UK, and that is the single reason that many of those people who are saying they will stay is why they want to continue trying illegally getting onto trucks crossing the English Channel into the UK, and they believe that is their best option rather than being relocated elsewhere in France or, of course, returning to their home country.
Well, Dan, what happens now, though, in coming days, both for the camp in Calais and for the migrants and refugees being relocated?
Well, as I say, on Tuesday, tomorrow, the demolition work will begin in earnest, and they will start taking down this very large camp. And you've got to remember, it's been set up over a number of years, and there was a real sense of community. There are schools in there, there are empty restaurants now, shops, a lot of infrastructure which now needs to be taken down. They'll do that bit by bit, but this is a delicate process because, of course, there are containers which were put in place at the back of the camp, which have slightly better facilities. They have electricity and so forth, and those containers currently are housing the minors, the under 18s, unaccompanied under 18s, which are being processed potentially to go to the United Kingdom. That camp is being constructed around those storage containers which are keeping in place with those minors while they're being processed. So this is a delicate situation which will take a number of days. They're hoping to have it done by the end of this week. The thorny issue may come towards the end of the week when they start to face off with those people who are simply refusing to go.
All right, Dan Whitehead for us there in Calais.